Happy Monday, everyone. It's Katie Carlson. So, if you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay, let me know that you've seen it. I just had it on my heart to come on here and share with you all. And whoever is meant to hear this, I pray that they hear it. So giving up is not an option. You know, there are so many times that I wanted to give up. So many times. And there's a few times that I did. Now, those who know me know the history of my kids. I do have two kids. I have my son Brandon and I have my daughter Katie, who is 18, and my son Brandon, who is 14. About 10 years ago, they were taken out of my life due to my drug addiction, right? They needed to be where someone could give them a life and home that I couldn't give them, right? So I could give my children all the love in the world that nobody could give them, right? But I could not give my children stability. I could not give them, you know, that stable life that they needed so they could grow up to be productive members of society, right? And when I made that decision, the first thing in my head was, I don't have my kids. Why should I go on, right? And this is what led to my cycle with drug addiction. And I spiraled out of control, right? And then I would get clean, and it's like, you know, then I'd start having those thoughts in my head. Well, if I don't have my kids, what do I have to live for? And then finally something clicked in my head. You know, okay, no, I don't have my kids today, but they will be 18, right? Which my daughter is 18. She is in my life. And I love her. She is my world, regardless of the ups and downs that we've had. She is my world, right? So I refused to give up. I refused to be that same person I was when they exited my life or when they come back in. And you know what? I know that some people may say, well, why didn't you just give up the drugs? Well, here's the thing. If addiction is a disease, okay? It's not that you can just pick it up and put it down. You can't. It's a disease. You have to get treatment for addiction, just like you would get treatment for diabetes, just like you would get treatment for cancer. You have to get that treatment because there's an underlying reason why you're using, right? If you don't seek that treatment, if you don't seek that guidance, you're not going to figure out what it is, why you keep picking up, right? So you have to seek that treatment. And I honestly, I couldn't do that in the situation that I was in. It wasn't until I got to my lowest that I seen that I couldn't do it on my own, but I couldn't do it with anyone in this world, like by themselves, that I needed God in my life. And that's when I hit my knees and I asked God to help me, that I did not want to be that same person that I was years ago when my kids exited my life. Because regardless if they wanted something to do with me when they turned 18 or not, I wanted to be there if they made that decision. I didn't want to be that same strung out junkie. But it's not just as easy as just putting it down. It's a disease. There is a chemical imbalance in an addict's mind where you have to seek treatment for it. You have to, and you can't fight the battle alone. You need to seek treatment from people that are here on this earth, and you need to seek treatment from a higher power. So when people do lose their kids due to drug addiction, or their whole family gives up on them and they're like, why couldn't they just put the drugs down? It's easier said than done. But during this whole time, I refused to give up. I refused to lay down and let addiction take my life, because I knew that God had better plans for me. I knew that my life was worth the fight, right? And there's sometimes that we do just want to curl up in a hole and we want to die because we don't want to feel that pain, right? We don't want to feel those feelings. And here's the thing, a lot of people, they start using because they've had like a messed up childhood. They've, you know, had a rough life. Here's the thing is, I didn't have that messed up childhood. I had a great childhood. My thing is I wanted to fit in, right? people didn't accept me for the way I was. So the crowd that I got entangled with were addicts. And that's the only way I could be accepted, so that's what I did. Today, I refuse to fit into people's societies because it broke me before. So I refuse to fit into other people, and I embrace me today. I'm not giving up on me today. And those who accept me for me, those are the ones that God will put in my life. I refuse to give up on my health and wellness journey. I refuse to give up on my businesses. I refuse to give up on me, and I refuse to give up on anyone that I love. And anyone that I don't know, anyone that is out there struggling and needs me, I am here. I mean, you have to know this too. You cannot give up on yourself. Whatever you are going through, there's light at the end of the tunnel. You may feel like you're in a dark spot right now, like there is no hope, but I'm telling you, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and you're going through this for a reason. I had went through so much, and I'm not out there to help. I'm not out here to help billions and billions of people because I know that's impossible, right? But I'm out here to help you. Whoever needs to hear my messages, whoever needs to hear the trials and tribulations that I went through, whoever is going through that similar situation, that's who needs to hear it. That's who I'm reaching for. That recovering addict, that woman who was almost 300 pounds and looking to lose the weight, that woman who had that negative mindset, that is looking to transform that mindset, right? Don't give up. Here's the thing, don't give up on you. You have to fix you. You have to fix your mindset before you can fix anything else, right? So don't give up on you. Your life is worth it. I could have played the pity party and gave up on myself, but God had better plans. God had bigger plans. And my life is far from perfect, but it's perfect for me. It's right where I'm supposed to be at right now. And I'm okay with that. And I love me today. And that's what I want to help other women do. So if you ever need anyone to talk to you, if you ever need a word of encouragement, a virtual hug, or even if it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you need someone to talk to, you can call me on Messenger. If you're seeing this because you're someone else's friend, send me a friend request. I am here to talk to you. You are not in battles alone. I am here for you. So just remember, don't ever give up. You're in this battle. You're in that storm for just a moment. Storms pass. You are a palm tree. Palm trees bend with the wind and bounce right back when it's done. So just don't give up. Put one foot in front of the other, and know that you are amazing.